Alright, so what we have here is Chapter 5, Lesson 3. This is about creating, modifying, and copying a sprite menu bar. While creating a sprite menu, let me first start by explaining what a sprite menu is. A sprite menu, if I'm going to look at Croach's website here, I'm sure he's going to have a sprite menu. I'm going to open his spa page, and you're going to see this thing here. When I mouse over, you see this little indicator, sprite menu bar 1. And if I preview this on a browser, it's going to actually give me this element here. It's a navigation of before you had text, and you made each word a link to a page. And when you get to Chapter 5, Lesson 3, you're going to replace those text-based navigation bars with a sprite menu bar. This is an interactive element that is based on JavaScript that they use something called the sprite framework. And I don't know exactly where the sprite framework comes from, what the name is exactly from. I know is part of something greater called Ajax. Google Maps is made with Ajax. So if you've seen, if you go to Google Maps and you play with Google Maps and you see all the things that Google Maps can do, all this stuff here, the interactive element, the interactive elements that you have, the ability to click and drag Google Maps, and the ability to drill in and overlap and do all kinds of different things with, like this little guy here, mouse over, it becomes a street view that you can click this element and you can somehow drop and this animation things and this little overlap. All this is using the greater infrastructure that you see that you're using just this. Obviously, Dreamweaver is not gonna make you be able to make Google Maps or something, but it does opens the door to this Ajax infrastructure through sprite menus. They're built in. It's something easy. And what we're able to do here in the sprite menu is we can create a graphical interactive navigation bar that has actions to this. I mouse over this and it changes color. It changes color, not only changes color of the cell that I'm on top, but also changes color to the text that is inside of it. So there's an up state and there's an over state. Each element also, when I click on it, it actually takes me to a different spot. And you saw that it flashed blue, dark blue. Okay? And the dark blue, I think, is the default hit state of the link. Okay? And also, it pops down. It gives me, let's say, I have activities page as a link, but I also can mouse over and access different pages, cruises and fishing. Okay? So this is all sprite framework, and this is all code, by the way. If I go to view source, you're going to see a whole bunch of programming in here. Things that you're not actually creating. See here where the sprite menu starts. It's on the head content. It starts over here, I think. Now this is the template. Starts in here on line 110. And all this code is all generated for you through Dreamweaver. Do you have to know how to troubleshoot this? Not really. It gets a little complicated. There's a lot of code in here that refers to JavaScript, JS. Okay, so you're going to see that the sprite menu actually uses a folder called Sprite Assets. And he also interacts with CSS for formatting, which means that once you insert a sprite menu on your website, you're going to automatically, Dreamweaver is going to create the Sprite Assets folder, and it's going to put all kinds of stuff in there that you're going to need for your sprite menu to work. If anything happens to this sprite menu, your sprite folder, your sprite menu is not going to work properly. Also notice that all the sprite menus from the whole website are going to be running off of this folder. So if you have a mistake in here somewhere, your sprite menu on the whole website is going to be wrong as well. So you have to watch for that. So let me start really quick here by making a sprite menu. Oops. Let me see, York. Okay, York's already has one here. I'm gonna make this. I need to find one that doesn't have anything. I'm gonna use the broken one. Let me just stop. I don't have that folder sprite assets at this point, okay? And how would I go about creating a sprite menu? Who can tell me? Go ahead. Ricky.
Go to the
Insert. Insert tab. Yeah, right here. Where?
And it's under Sprite.
Sprite. Excellent. Okay. Which one do I pick? First one? Second one? Let me know when I have to stop.
Stop. Go back one. There you go.
Excellent. Sprite menu bar is one of the categories there. And you can choose between horizontal or vertical. If you look at the Jake's, his is a horizontal style, okay? And the way they wanted you to do was to make it match exactly the width of his banner. This banner is 950 pixels wide. There's no paragraph between these two things. There's a line break, so they actually told you to click and select this thing, Shift Enter to this line, and then insert this sprite menu right here so you don't have a gap. Some of you guys may have a gap. Hold on. Angel speaking? Alright, so anyways. So Ricky was telling me, go to sprite menu, the sprite category in insert bar, click on the sprite menu button, choose the style that you want. We're going to go with horizontal just because it's the same one that you're going to be using in Stripe Umbrella. But again, on the personal site, you could use vertical, okay? So anyways, and now we have this. You're going to notice that when I save this page and the asterisk goes away, it's going to say, hey, there are dependent files that this page needs to this thing to work. And it's going to create the folder right here. And it's going to add all those things. You sure? Yes. And when I do that, and I click on refresh on my files panel, you're going to see that that is created for me. You also have to be careful now because the property inspector is going to change. If I have other objects in here, like text, okay, but you don't have the right thing selected on top here, like click. If I click inside of an element of my sprite menu, it's not going to give me an important item that I want. I want to click on the bar. Click on the bar, and this property inspector is going to look like this. This is what the interface that you're going to use to dictate the text that is displayed on each cell, and also any sub items that I have. I'm going to save this page, and I preview this on Chrome. And the way it looks right now is whenever I have a little triangle, this thing actually is going to span out down into sub items. If I don't have a triangle, this item is it. And if I have a triangle on a sub item, I'll have further sub items as well. You're also going to notice that there's a bit of an overlap in between here. See, the width of the bottom cell, it actually expands beyond the width of the top cell. And then a further problem that I have is the expansion of the sub menu also gives me an overlap between the cells. You notice that there's an overlap between cells right here. And that's might be a cosmetic problem. Okay? All this is fixed through CSS on the CSS panel, and that is very hard to do. So when you're actually doing this website, the sprite menu adjustment on your personal site, you're going to have to monkey around with numbers and colors, okay, until you find the right one. The Stripe Umbrella is going to give you general directions, but it's not going to give you the exact place to find the settings in your personal site. So anyways, I saw that I have 3 sub-items here on item number 1. What if I don't want these items? How do I get rid of them? Anybody? Yes. Where though? Here or here?
Under the, you click the item 1 and then you go to the second column and then click whichever one you want.
Exactly where I am, right?
Yeah.
Okay? So you have to pay attention that item 2 happens not to have a sub-item, so this sub-item level is empty. You're going to notice that on this... Hold on. Yep. Okay, so you're going to notice that through this item menu, I can have up to 3 levels. Okay? The first level being the first ones, the second level being the ones that expand the submenu, and the third level being, if I go to item number 3, that's the one that has... See how this one has 3 levels. The expansion of this item, this menu here, leads to this guy. So that's as deep as you can. They don't want you to do any more deeper levels on a navigation menu because it just gets ridiculous. So 3 is the most. If you cannot get to the place, the page that yourself set up in 3 clicks on 3 levels of menus, then chances are you need to rethink the navigation of your site. But anyways, let's get rid of some of items here. I don't want the sub-items of item number 1. As Justin Wood said, I can just click on the minus button and erase them. I'm going to leave one of them here. You also have this text field block that actually displays here. So I can change this into... I can click on item number 1 and replace this by Brittany McDonald. And then on sub-item for Brittany, I have one cousin, which is Devin Kershaw. Press enter. I can maybe add another cousin because she has 2 cousins. So I click on this and I replace this with Justin Woods. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so anyway, so on item number 2, somebody doesn't have any cousins here? Anybody does not have a cousin? Everybody has a cousin?
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone.
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Everybody has no pets.
I have no pet.
No pets? Ricky Shove has no pets. Okay, so that there's no sub-item for this one. And then, let me see here. Who has a lot of cousins?
Me, I have like 50.
You guys have a lot of cousins.
Yeah, well, we already used those.
We have we have a lot,
We
but
use
we
also-
already used those.
All right.
We also have the one cousin.
Zane, what do you have?
No cousins.
You have no cousin, you didn't say anything.
Yeah, thank you.
Zane Duncan. Let's pick some cousins for Zane. How about Nathan White? They're related. And then Jake Crouch. And then Justin York. All right, Nathan. Do you have... I need 2 cousins for you.
No,
Huh?
no.
No?
I don't have any cousins.
We do now.
Okay, you have one cousin say no, and one cousin is yes. Strange names, but we don't judge. Yes, White. No, White. These are paternal cousins, by the way. All right. Okay, so that's basically how you do this. I can save this. I can go to this Prime menu page here. I can refresh. I don't know why I said it was denied. All right, here we go. So I can span here. Devontae Shaw, Justin Woods. Ricky Shaw has no cousins. Zane has 3 cousins. Nathan White, Jake Crouch, Justin York. Nathan White has 2 cousins. No White and yes White. And then we have yes 4. That's nothing. Okay. How do you make these links? It's basically the same thing. You click on this bar here, and for every element, you actually have to put it on the link field here. You can also use the browse for file icon. And remember, if you're actually, the pound sign is a placeholder, okay? It won't do anything. But if you don't have something in here, it may cause you problems. So leave the pound sign in there. Let me see here. What else? They tell you, I think, to go to on lesson. Let me see here. All right. That's still, I think, on lesson number 3. On lesson number 3, page 521, it tells you to go to the CSS styles panel with this page, with this item selected. And you're going to see, actually, you don't even have to have it selected because the CSS is already attached to this page. So you're going to see, if you have, I don't have a CSS style page in here. But if I had a CSS styles file attached to this, I will see them listed here in addition to this guy. I can probably show you that in Crouch's stripe umbrella. Click on that page. Alright, so you see here that the Crouch has 3 different things going on. He has this blue highlighted part, which is an embedded style sheet. And in there, you have the CSS layout that he's using. And then you have this sprite menu CSS formatting. And then he also has the external style sheet that he attached to this page. So this page, there's a lot of CSS formatting going on here. Okay? On mine, I only have one. And I think they tell you to go to the, what's the one? UL menu bar horizontal, which happens to be the first item here. Let me collapse this menu here. And when I click on that, I think I'm going to be probably clicking on edit. And what they say, on the type category, tell you to change the font family to something else. I'm going to use whatever they tell me, trebuchet. Font size to 14. Pixels, not percentage. Click OK. So now that changes the font. And then we're going to be using UL menu bar horizontal LI. UL menu bar horizontal LI. I'm going to edit this thing here. I'm going to change that to the box category. Width is going to be, I don't know, they're saying 190 in pixels. Height, and again, this is for each individual box, okay? So you have to pay attention how many boxes you have, multiply by this, and that should match your banner. If you have a banner and you want to make it look like stripe umbrella. On the height, I'm going to make it 25 pixels. And on the block category, I'm going to change the way the text is aligning side. Right now is to the left. I think I'm going to center it. So text align is going to be center. So that should shift to the middle, the center of the thing. Click OK. Boom. It centers that. And this is what happens to a lot of people. It looks like it was messed up. He added into 2 lines. Okay. I'm going to save this at this point and preview this on the browser. And you're going to see that despite what Dreamweaver shows, the menu bar looks okay on the browser. Okay. Just because the document window displays a sprite menu messed up like this in 2 lines, it does not necessarily mean it's going to be messed up on your browser. So go with the browser, not with the document window. I just want to get to the color. And I think it's, next you're going to have to find UL menu bar horizontal A. And we're going to change this rule again. Let me see what I'm going to do here. This is going to deal with colors now. Okay, so on the type category, I'm going to change the font color text box to what? FFF. So right now is gray. I'm going to change it to, I think it's white. FFF. On the background category, I'm going to change the background color from this gray to 09C, which is, I'm going to press enter. Oh, shoot. Okay, well, anyways, that changes the color. And then you're going to find the longest rule name, which is, the easiest way to find the longest one is just expanding this CSS style and scrolling up and down. And this is obviously the one that is the longest one. And you're going to change this again. And this is the mouse over action, where is you're mousing over, you're clicking, and what the colors are supposed to look like there. Okay? So you're going to be changing that as well. Do not